Hey everyone, it's Queen of Light 1111. Happy Monday here with your twin flame reading. Um, I will tell you that there is a lot going on around healing in this reading. And I've used 13 different decks here. We have every queen except for the Queen of Swords here in the masculine space. Feminine's very much in her power, Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, Empress. Um, but there's some things that still need to be leveled out and healed before we come into union. We have the Four of Swords 2 times at the bottom of the deck. We have the Four of Wands 2 times at the bottom of the deck. We got the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands, the Ten of Pentacles. And the Page of Swords has come out a lot in this spread, and that is that brutal reflection, that brutal, kind of, without really choosing your words, communication, or brutal honesty that is occurring. But there is a great desire for, again, a new beginning through the conflict. We've got the Five of Swords, we've got the Five of Cups, we've got the Five of Wands, we've got the Five of Pentacles. All fives are out, and so they're still pretty much healing and reeling from this conflict that they've been in. So I want to go ahead and get started. Bottom, I just want to real quick, if you want to book a reading with me, go to queenoflight1111.com. Let's go ahead and get started. Bottom of the deck for our divine masculines, overall energy is the Ten of Wands, okay? And the bottom of the deck for his clarifiers is the Four of Wands, which is that in what his main spread is, which is his 3D head heart space, is the Ten of Pentacles. So he is really burdened in his overall energy about this connection. He just doesn't know how to move it forward. In his head, heart, and 3D space, he's thinking about the long term. And with his clarifiers, he's really thinking about union, right? He's cycling out Ten of Wands, Ten of Pentacles. So in his overall energy with the Ten of Wands, he is currently under a great deal of burden, okay? And he's really trying to figure out a way to cycle out of where he is. So in his overall energy, usually in the past months, it's been, his work or something else. But right now, when we do his overall energy, when we've been checking his overall energy, he's very much got his feminine in his mindset, okay? And his feminine in this space is the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. In the 3D space for him, he's seeing her as the fiery queen because he's very much processing this fight, okay, this conflict, this separation. And so that fiery queen is the with or without you queen, and that's how he's seeing her in the 3D space, okay? But in his heart, in his overall energy, he's seeing her as the nurturer, the mother, the compassionate Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles that she is, okay? So in his overall energy, Ten of Wands, bottom of the deck. So he's thinking about the long term, Ten of Pentacles. Thinking about the long term, he's been brutally honest with himself about what he's done, what's happened in the connection. Perhaps he's even observing her. So when I clarified Page of Swords, I got the Emperor. So he's also really reflecting on himself and his own actions. There is some truth. There is a breakthrough. What is the breakthrough about? The Queen of Pentacles, who shows up in his heart space. The Queen of Pentacles, who the feminine is representing herself as. So he wants to have this breakthrough, or he's had a breakthrough or an epiphany about his divine feminine. He wants to communicate. And when I asked, what does he want to communicate? He wants to communicate with her as the Queen of Cups, okay? About what he has learned when he's gone into this intuition about this inner and outer conflict that he's had. So he's, taken the time to step away from this connection. He's gone within, he's got some inner conflict and outer conflict, and he wants to communicate with his Queen of Cups. Queen of Cups is in his overall energy. And when I clarified that, it's justice. He wants to apologize. He wants to set things right, okay? He wants to set things right with the Queen of Cups. The Queen of Cups shows up as our feminine as well. So it's our feminine, but I did not check it to see who it was. I checked it to see what it was about, okay? So now, let's see here. Okay, so now in her overall energy, the bottom of the deck for her, in her overall energy, is the King of Swords. She's wanting this masculine, the emperor, to come forward with his truth, to come forward with his integrity, his honesty, so that they can start to rebuild. In her head, heart, and 3D space, she has the Four of Wands too, which is a match to his bottom of the deck. She wants union as well. But in her bottom of the deck, for her clarifiers, she also has Page of Swords. She has the Page of Swords in that she's been really brutally, honestly reflecting on this connection and her actions as well. So when she is in her overall energy, she's thinking about her masculine and she's sad. 5 of Cups. What is she sad about? 5 of Swords. This fight, okay? 5 of Swords. And this conflict, this loss of this connection. She wants to move it forward in love, but she's unsure. 2 of Pentacles about how to do that. So the 2 of Pentacles, when I clarified it, Emperor. She doesn't know how to balance things out with her Emperor to have this long-term 10 of Pentacles match to his overall energy. They're both thinking about the long term. And it's the Emperor is here. The Emperor is here about how he's been reflecting on how to get the long term, how to get out of this fight. He wants to communicate his apology. And she's really sad. She feels like she's lost him too. She wants to move forward. She's unsure how to move forward with the Emperor into something long term because she wants a new beginning with the Fool's energy, and she wants a new and improved and passionate new beginning as well. Okay, they very much really are at this point where they want to come together, but there is some healing still that needs to get done. So bottom of the deck in the before energy is the 4 of Swords. So I asked because it really appeared that this masculine had gone somewhere and is now returning, because we got 3 of Wands for him a lot in the past reading. So I said, all right, prior to wherever he went on this hermit's journey or on travel, where was he? First, at the bottom of the deck is 4 swords for both of them. So while he was away or on his journey, while she's been on his journey, the bottom of the deck is the 4 swords. That they had just started their healing. In the after tarot, it's all about the Empress. It's about birthing. It's about this connection. It's about new, renewed energy. It's very much about the Queen. He has realized that she is his queen, and she is standing in her queen power as the Empress. So before he went away, before he went into this hermit's journey, what was going on? Page of Swords. So he just started the reflection period prior to him going on this journey, okay? So he was reflecting. Remember this, because we got a few cards that show what he was reflecting about. So Page of Swords, he's reflecting, he's researching, he's looking, he's thinking about what he's done. Remember, Page of Swords is clarified by the Emperor. He's really looking at his actions. So in his headspace, first card out, after, and then now that he's back, what is he thinking? Ace of Wands, duped to her overall energy. He wants a new beginning. 5 of Wands. The 5 of Wands came out in his overall energy about this communication, about this Queen of Cups, Queen of Pentacles that he wants to communicate with. So he's gone away. And now that he's back, he wants this new beginning. He's had this inner and outer conflict. When I asked what it was about, we got the 3 of Wands. This is the card about, you sent your ships out, so he's gone out. Now they're coming back. So now what was it about this inner outer conflict? He was able to process his sadness, able to see his past behavior. And then this is again a card of travel, a card of completion. Now that this travel is over, now that this sadness has hopefully completed, now what does he want? 6 of Wands. He wants to be successful. And we have the 7 of Swords. So he wants this, he's been reflective before he went away or while he was gone. Now he wants a new beginning. He's had this inner outer conflict about, his sadness. He wants to complete the cycle. And then we have the 7 of Swords. So what was the 7 of Swords about? 7 of Swords, lovers, right? So it was like he deceived himself. He was deceiving his partner. And he created an imbalance in the connection, which left him alone in this hermit's energy. So while he was gone, and now that he's back, he's learned through the self-discovery that he needed to crumble this behavior. The tower fell on the connection because of this behavior, because of this this juggling, and it left him alone. It didn't get him anywhere. So now things have been illuminated to him, and now what does he want in the after tarot? He learned his lesson. Three of Pentacles is about learning lessons. It's about now wanting to work as a team. Remember, the bottom of the deck is the Empress. So now for her, where was she before he left, or before his hermit's journey, where he realized that his behavior was sucky? What was it? Ten of Swords. She was getting ready for battle, right? So that's why they're all in this Five of Swords, Five of Wands, Five of Pentacles energy, is that, she ended the cycle with him. So now where is she? Now that, he's returned, and energetically she feels that there's some movement in the connection, okay? There's maybe some healing in the connection. Where is she? So she ended the cycle, right? She was beginning the end of the cycle, right? Ten of Swords. So now, Ace of Swords, she has her clarity. What does she have her clarity about? Two of Pentacles, right? About remember, Two of Pentacles came out in her overall energy. How am I going to create this balance now? Because we're in an imbalance with the Emperor. So she has some clarity around this imbalance. She's been guided, star card, by the universe to get into her Queen of Cups energy, into her feelings. Queen of Cups is how he wants to communicate with her. She's like, I ended it, and now I'm sad. We've had this fight. I've lost him. Yes, his behavior was shitty, but the truth is, she feels like they've all healed these behaviors. There was a necessary evil to it, that now they've learned their lessons, and now we're ready to have a more equalized connection, okay? And so, this Ten of Swords here in the Before Tarot is that beginning of the end. And so now where she is she has the truth about this imbalance, and that the universe is guiding her through the Star card to be the Queen of Cups, right? She hasn't given up. She's not going to give up. But she does require balance and an apology, and the wrongs being made right over this separation. Five of Pentacles. And so I said, okay, what happens after this epiphany? We don't give up. Justice, the separation. Eight of Cups. She has a review of the past, okay? And, she's like, if he doesn't make this right, then somebody else will, okay? I will. Like, she'll make it right for herself. With this inspiration of an offer. Now, that doesn't mean feminines go out and start making offers to people. It's just reflect, set things right within your own self and your own connection. Operate in this self-love and this healing, and get back into your heart space, because at the end of the day, this is all about unconditional love and getting into your heart space as the Queen of Cups energy, so that you can really embody this compassionate, warm feeling that, yes, that he wants to now correct, okay? And I'm not saying bend. He has to come forward with the apology. What's happening in his heart space as related to his feminine? So, before he was just starting to gain the truth, just starting to pull out the sword of truth, to understand. He's got a lot of aces. This Ace of Swords, now in his current energy, is he has the truth. He's had the breakthrough. He knows about his Queen of Pentacles, who is his partner, who is his divine feminine, who he wants to communicate with, who he wants to apologize to. So in his heart space, he was just starting to gain that truth about his Queen of Pentacles. What about the Queen of Pentacles? That he wants to make an offer. Page of Pentacles. Match to the after tarot for her. That's why I'm saying don't go out and start making offers. He's figuring it out. He's already figured out that he wants to give his Queen of Pentacles an offer of apology, but he's feeling a little stuck in the Devil's energy, okay? He's confused about how to get this Ten of Cups, okay? So he's procrastinating a little bit. He's, he knows he's got the clarity. He wants to make an offer. He's a little stuck in his confusion, but he knows, Justice card again, he knows that he must set things right. I said, what is justice about? This Five of Swords. This Five of Swords that she is sad about. The Five of Swords that he needs to, this is that loss, this defeat. This is, he needs to make things right over this fight so that they can complete the cycle with the wheel. And then I said, okay, and then Justice, we get the Five of Swords. Anyway, so the storyline here is before he went away, before he went on this hermit's pilgrimage, on this, retreat or this vacation, he was starting to gain clarity because he was being reflective with the Page of Swords energy. So now he has the truth about his Queen of Pentacles that he wants to make an offer, but he's a little stuck on how to move forward and make the apology because he really feels like they have lost each other, that he has been defeated. But in the After Tarot, it's the Hierophant. He's going to do the right thing because he understands the contract. He understands that there is that he needs to do right by her. Justice in the Hierophant. Justice is about balancing the scale. Justice is about apologies. The Hierophant is about doing the right thing, following the rules. That's that Seven of Swords with the Tower and the Hermit. He learned that he should have been playing by the rules, that he should have been that decent person that we know that he is, okay? So that's what's happening in his heart. What's happening in the heart of our feminine? Okay, so in the before, we have the Two of Wands. She's in a decision making, right? She's like, I'm going to end this. I'm going to end this. And I need to get on the road here with my heart space to get it aligned because I've got to end this. I just can't do this anymore. So in her heart, she's strong. She's the Empress, okay? Match to the bottom of the deck. She's the Empress. She's standing strong in her heart, but she is guarded. She's guarded over any reunion or any movement towards reunion at this time because she has stress. Nine of Swords. What is her stress? Five of Wands. Match to his overall energy. She's got some stress, some inner and outer conflict about whether or not she should walk away. Eight of Cups. Because she doesn't know if he's going to come forward ever with this apology, right? So, she's like, I got to get on the road, got to make a decision. I'm standing in my power. I'm a little guarded. I'm a little defensive about any reunion or movement forward with him, even if it's slow. I'm stressed over this, this conflict that we've had, and I'm thinking about walking away. But I'm feeling a little stuck. Eight of Swords. What's she stuck about? King of Swords. Match to the bottom of the deck for her overall energy. She's like, is he ever going to be this guy? Is he ever going to be this guy? So what happens afterwards? The Devil and the Ten of Swords. And what I really got was that this energy is going to cycle out. This is going to end. Remember, in the before tarot, we got the Ten of Swords. Now in the heart space, we've got the Ten of Swords as the cycle being over. End of separation. End of stress. End of feeling stuck, okay? End of being chained to that Devil's energy. So I said, what happens afterwards? Ace of Wands. Ace of Wands is a match to her overall space. Ace of Wands is a match to his headspace. So they're wanting this new and improved beginning. What's happening in his 3D space as related to his Divine Feminine? So when he's going about his 3D reality, okay, regarding his feminine, what's happening? This is overall day to day. And I always do overall. I think I'm going to stop doing it now because she has been in his energy every time I do the reading. So I feel like I don't really need it anymore. So this 3D space is always related to the feminine. This is just kind of like what's happening with his day to day. So what's happening in his 3D reality? Queen of Wands, with or without you, Queen, okay? I said, what about her? That was in the before energy. So he was reflective, he was trying to get his truth, and he was seeing her as this fiery queen, right, who's like dumped him, all right? So what about the Queen of Wands? Hierophant, he knows he has a contract with her. He knows that he needs to do right by her, okay? He knows that. Hierophant came out in his heart space regarding the Queen of Pentacles. Queen of Pentacles is here. Okay, and the Queen of Pentacles is the Queen of Cups because it shows up in her energy. So what does he want now? Now that he's learned his lesson, now that the tower is crumbled, what does he want? A new love with her, a renewed love. He wants to get out of these rough waters, get into a smoother time. He wants to speak his truth. I said, what is his truth? Nine of Cups, that she is his wish. And he is still in this period of Page of Swords observation. So while he's in his 3D, he's still observing himself. Makes a lot of sense because that's in his overall energy and now it's in his 3D space. So I know that those two are connected. I said, what is he observing? Two of Cups. He wants her. He's got the 10 of Cups for her, 2 of Cups for her. She's coming up as every queen. There's a 10 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, Ace of Wands, the Sun, the Lovers, Justice. He knows that she is his divine partner. So what happens after all of this? After he knows that this fiery queen who is like, hey, I'm cool, I'm independent, even though we have a contract, I don't care. You did me dirty, so I've got to leave. What is he feeling now? I want a new love. I want to get out of this rough patch. I want to speak my truth, that you're my wish. And I've reflected and I've been brutally honest, and I know that you are my divine partner. So what happens all of this? Nine of Wands, they help each other. There's two people in this card. Usually the Nine of Wands is a card of like the wounded warrior who doesn't give up. Well, they both don't give up anymore. He's not going to give up. She's not going to give up. What's happening in her space? Okay, what's happening in her space as related to her masculine? First card, Knight of Swords. She needs him to come forward with the truth. It's a dupe to his 3D energy right here, right? So before she was like, hey, it'd have been great if you spoke the truth, mister, but you didn't. So now where are we today? Queen of Pentacles, grounded queen, matched to his heart space. She's gone within in the 3D space, and she's gone within, and she's still very guarded. She's very defensive. She's learning how to get over this guardedness over this moving forward into reunion. Remember, the Seven of Wands came up, clarified by the Three of Cups and the Knight of Pentacles. So in her heart, she's guarded over movement towards reunion. In her 3D, she's gone within to try to get over this guardedness as the Queen of Pentacles, okay? And it's a burden. This is a burden. She's a little burdened in the 3D. I said, what's the burden about? Five of Pentacles. The burden is this, you know, that they're in separation at this time, okay? And she's heartbroken over it. I said, what's the Three of Swords about? She's still stuck in some heartbreak because she's not sure whether or not he's going to be able to open his heart again, or if she will even be able to open up her heart again into this new love, Ace of Cups, which is a match to what he wants. So she's heartbroken. She's a little stuck, still releasing this Ten of Wands burden, which is the bottom of his deck, for his overall energy. They're matching so much. 13 decks and so many dupes. I mean, you can't make it up. So she really wanted this truth, right? But she didn't really get it. So she stands in her power. She's going within to get over her defensiveness about this reunion energy. She's burdened by this separation. Remember, the separation, Five of Pentacles, is in her heart space, okay? And she's still heartbroken. She's a little stuck in her heartbreak about whether or not she's going to be able to open to receiving this new love for him. But after all of this cycles out, Six of Cups, they do reunite. They are going to reunite. So now I asked for blocks. Well, I'm not going to do top down because I got way too many cards. So I asked for blocks and challenges. I said, what are the current blocks with this connection? All right, I wanted to know what's happening. First card out is body and mind. There is an imbalance. This is an air card, which is like the swords. So in their mental space, there is an imbalance, okay? The imbalance is very much about, you know, what they're seeing and what they are perceiving, okay? So what they are seeing with their minds, and then what is then getting processed in their brain. So this is very much about, you know, you have to change yourself. She's trying to get through a heartbreak. He's crumbled his Seven of Swords energy. He's unsure about how to come forward with an apology. So this is really about, you know, having an open mind, not being narrow-minded. This is really about the imbalance between the mind and the body. Yeah, heart and head space. And so in their hearts, they love each other, but in their heads, it's their pride and their ego that gets in the way, which takes us to the next block, Ten of Air. And when you get the Ten of Air, which is another swords card in this reading, this is really about, it's time to grow up. Time to grow up, masculine and feminine. Time to grow up and leave home. Leave the safety of this separation, because you're both miserable in it anyway, and step into the door of the unknown. He doesn't know what she's gonna do when, you know, he tries to reach out to her to apologize, and she's like, I don't even know if he's gonna come forward to apologize. So this is really about, it's time to think for yourself, speak for yourself, determine your own direction. Okay, the future longs to greet them, but it cannot if the present is being determined by your fear, by your ego, by other people. So this 10 of air is very much about not allowing yourself to be swayed by your mind, by your ego, by other people. Be independent. Be independent. And just know that you are already whole. You have the tools and resources within you to make good decisions. So align your heart and your head space, make your own decisions. The last block, 5 of earth. I really don't like this card when it comes out in the upright. Okay, when it comes out in the upright, I hate it. But when this comes out in the block position, it's a little bit better. Okay, so in the upright, this is all about, people that are shady. And I'm happy to report that because this came out as a block and not actually what's happening, because remember, his 7 of swords was crumbled. His 7 of swords left him alone to have the realization, have some illumination that he wants his Queen of Pentacles, Queen of Cups, Queen of Wands. So when this comes up as the block position, this is really about being defensive, being guarded. Remember, she got that energy about being defensive, about being guarded. And this is really also for him too, about accountability. Like, he needs to be accountable for his actions. She needs to be less guarded and just let things surrender, let things flow. This card is cautioning them against arrogance and pride. Don't be stuck in your arrogance that you did nothing wrong. Don't be stuck in your pride in going against yourself, right? And not moving forward towards the feminine. And so bottom of the deck is the 9 of Cups. Wishes can come true if we get rid of these obstacles. And I'm going to give you the spoiler alert. In the future, the first card out was the 9 of Cups. So it does get removed, but I'm just telling you in advance, stop being egotistical. Stop being in your pride. And this is they've hurt each other very, very drastically, both of them. So he's done something, she's lashed out, okay, and cut the connection. And so there's a lot of pain here. That's why we have 4 swords in the bottom of the deck for their current connective energy clarifiers. That's why we have the 4 swords in what was happening before this travel, before this hermit's journey, because they very much needed to heal from these blocks. They need to align their head and their heart. They need to make their own decisions, and they need to get rid of their ego and their pride and be accountable for the things that she did and said, and accountable for the things that he did and or said as well. Okay, so now before we get to the current connective energy, I did ask for, I'm like, hey, give me a storyline, Spirit. What's going on? Bottom of the deck for the storyline is, again, this is the vice versa deck. So I'm just kind of, I think this is the Knight of Wands energy. So let me just quickly look at the bottom of the deck, because I'm going to start using this more, but I just, again, need to make sure that I'm reading the right stuff. It's the Knave. So this is the Page of Wands, outer self, okay? So the Page of Wands, communication, storyline about communication. Remember, he got the 8 of Wands. Our masculine got the 8 of Wands, that he wants to talk to his queen. So this very much is about, someone who doesn't mind taking the hard way through a situation. Okay, it's about, it's prickly, it can be irritating, but he's confident and he is fearless and he's sure of himself. He may lack the social graces of the King of Wands, right? But he doesn't mind taking action the hard way through a situation rather than smoothing the path. So, like, if it's a rocky road, it's all right. He's not going to go, like, pluck out the weeds and walk through it. He's just going to get through it the best that he can. So I love that we got that at the bottom of the deck, that he's just like, I feel he's going to, this is the masculine, this 5 of earth energy. He's going to get over that, right? He's like, I don't care how hard it is. I'm going to approach my feminine. And that here confirms that for me. So first card out for the storyline is they know they have a contract. Hierophant comes out 1, 2, 3, 4 times now. 4 times. They know that they have a divine connection. They know that they both want marriage. Then we have the Empress. Empress is at the bottom of the deck for the after tarot. The Empress is here in the heart space for the feminine. Okay, and so this is about birthing. This is about creating. This is about marriage, even, is what it says. So we have the Hierophant, and now the Empress is marriage. Their storyline is they know 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups, 2 of Cups. They know that they belong together, okay? But they have this Devil's energy that keeps them stuck. And remember, he had the Devil in his heart space, and that he's confused about how to get his emotional bliss. And in the storyline, there is this, for both of them, I want to marry my partner, but I feel stuck that I've lost everything. 7 of Pentacles. This guy is looking at his loss, the loss of the harvest. And so now this 8 of Wands, which is a dupe, is like, oh boy, I'm going to reap what I sowed. I'm going to reap what I sowed. When this card comes out, 8 of Wands in this deck this way, this is all the Wands coming back at him. Back at him. Look at this, the way that it came out. Back at him. And the Queen of Wands is here. And so remember, the Queen of Wands is how he's seeing, remember with the Hierophant, in the 3D space. And so here the storyline is, I want to marry her. I'm stuck. I'm stuck about how to get my 10 of Cups. Because what I did, now I'm paying for it. I'm paying for it because I lost my queen because of my behavior. And now the queen has her back to me. She's sending all of this. She's sending my communication back. She's sending my love back. Not in a way that he can accept, like she's not going to reciprocate it. So when you look, the Queen of Wands, he's thinking she's not going to accept it, but I guarantee you if he moves towards her, she will, okay? So he's right now stuck that I want to marry her, I want to be with her, but he's stuck in that energy that, yeah, I'm going to reap what I sow. That Tower crumbling on the 7 of Swords in through that Hermit's journey, that was his divine partner and he screwed it up. He's like, I lost her. I lost her. It's the loss of this harvest. And now everything that I did is just going to come back to me. Okay, it's kind of karma-ish. And my queen now has her back to me. Queen of Wands matched to his 3D energy. Oh, it made me feel so sad for him. I mean, granted, he shouldn't have done whatever he did. But, yeah, that's the deal, guys, for the storyline. Now let's take a look at what's happening in the current connection. Bottom of the deck, 8 of Pentacles. Commitment, hard work. Hard work towards what? 4 of Swords is the clarifying card. They're working hard on their healing. So the first card out, Hanged Man. This is the card of suspension. This is the card of lessons. I said, what lesson are they learning? Ace of Cups. Ace of Cups is a match to his 3D space, okay? And it's a match to her heartbreak. Like, are we going to be able to love each other again? So the lesson that they're learning is, one, that she's thinking, am I going to be able to love him again? Are we going to be able to have this renewed love? For him, he's learning the lesson that, yeah, I'd like a second chance at loving her again. Want to move forward with my cup, Knight of Cups, and Ace of Swords. Again, breakthroughs all over the place. He has a breakthrough here in his overall energy. She has the breakthrough in her headspace. So I said, all right, in the connection, of course we're going to have a breakthrough. What's the breakthrough? 9 of Cups, wishes. 9 of Cups is here in the bottom of the deck for the blocks. 9 of Cups is the first card out in their future, and 9 of Cups is what he wants to communicate as the truth to his feminine. So the lesson, the breakthrough is, you are my wish, I am your wish, you are my wish. And so now through this travel, 3 of Wands, we're waiting for things to come in. What are we waiting for? To move into a smoother patch, 6 of Swords. Okay, move into a better time so we can have the 10 of Cups, the emotional bliss, but right now there is still heartache that we are healing around this connection, around this contract for reunion. I mean, look, Lovers, Hierophant, 6 of Cups. This is what we're healing. We're healing this divine connection so that we can have this coming together of marriage in the traditional and have this renewal. Oh my gosh. Future energies, bottom of the deck, 10 of Swords. In the future, completely end this cycle of pain and heartache, and now we are ready for union. First card out, 9 of Cups. 9 of Cups in the bottom of the deck for the blocks. 9 of Cups in their current connective energy. 9 of Cups in what he wants. Future wishes get fulfilled. Page of Pentacles, offers get made. Knight of Pentacles, we move forward together slowly. Six of Wands, into success. Justice, the scales get balanced. Apologies are made. And now we can manifest a new beginning. Oh my gosh. Let's just do the Lenormand just for the heck of it, all right? I haven't done the Lenormand in a long time. So I've got a few more minutes before my first client. Let's go ahead and get some extra messages from Spirit. First card. Boy, yeah, that was there are major obstacles in this connection, okay? So what happens after this? This challenge, these obstacles, these burdens, right? 10 of Wands, burdens. We move forward. We rode the roller coaster. This is that like merry-go-round, right? The horse goes up and down, up and down. So we've had this major block, this major obstacle. These are burdens. There's movement forward. 2 more cards, please. Movement forward. Okay, we got that snake again, strategy. And then we have the heart, okay? And then we can now anchor this connection. All right, I got to look at that snake because I don't like it when that snake comes out. So let's see what that's all about. That snake is about deception. Remember that 7 of Swords. So when the 7 of Swords comes out, 7 of the snake comes out, this is about, hiding. So we're moving forward, right? Moving past that. That was the obstacle. That was the challenge. That was the burden. We were up and down because of this 7 of this snake behavior. Interesting, this is also a 7, and that's a 7 of Swords. And I will tell you that this is not happening right now because the Tower crumbled on it, and that's why he went into the Hermit's journey. But ultimately, after the lesson's been learned from that, we get the heart. And what's the heart all about? Let's see, guys. So the heart is all about happiness and love, okay? It's all about emotions, feelings, passions, devotions. This is all about commitment. This is about love relationships, monogamy after this crap, right? Monogamy. It's about monogamy, and then we're able to anchor. I pulled 6 cards for the others, so I'm just going to do one more. Here it is. Oh, there's the lady. There's the lady. And so this is what happens, right? We move forward. We come together in love, and then you can have the feminine. Then you can have the feminine, all right? Let me know if this resonates, guys. If you want your own personal reading with me, go to queenoflight1111.com. Bye.